Hello and welcome to Start the Beat. This is it. It's a podcast.
Don't sound so excited, buddy.
Gator shakes are here. God damn it. Hello and welcome to Start the Beat with Sykes. My name is Sykes and this is my podcast. You know the fucking drill. I'm not going to go through this again. We're almost 400 episodes in. You know what it is. You know why you're here. Everybody make some noise for my friends, Gator Shakes.
Woo! Hey, guys.
Jake, Chris. The one thing that we miss out not wearing headphones is the intro music. I'll put it in later. Don't worry about it. It's usually more of an experience. No sound effects, no music, but whatever.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme song.
Maybe I'll just swap it out. I could do that for you guys.
Maybe. I like it. I like it.
Hell yeah. So, feel free to make yourselves at home. And as always, there's beer and soda in the fridge.
Hell yeah.
Crack it open. Cheers.
Stones.
It's good to see you, boys.
Oh, yeah, guys. Oh, I should drink on that.
When I was thinking about, like, what do I want to talk with you guys about today, right? I think the one thing that I want to start out on is, why do you think it's okay to have fun in heavy metal? Who the fuck told you that would be a good idea?
I don't know.
Keith Buckley.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I die, probably. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. We don't take shit serious ever. So
If it wasn't fun, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Totally. So going back into like the origins of the band then, you know, prior to deciding that you were going to name your band Gator Shakes, right? You know, naming a band is a pain in the ass.
that was the
Did you guys like go through this endless cycle of maybe some names that weren't so like tongue-in-cheek? Did you have like some serious contenders?
How long do you think it took, honestly? Months.
We had been practicing for months and had several songs written without the band name ready.
Oh, man.
And I don't think any of them were funny besides Gator Shakes. They were all like pretty serious, like metal-y sounding names.
I don't think we ever even
We couldn't agree on any of them.
Do you remember any of those names? Any of the serious ones?
Hang Her First was the one, which was just like, it's a lot.
Holy shit. That's really intense.
The first one I threw out was Wrong Kid Died.
That would have been really good.
Before Walk the Line, but it's another band. So
really?
Yeah, so we couldn't be Wrong Kid Died. But no, I don't know if we've ever even really explained how we came about our name or anything.
Well, now's the time, motherfuckers.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all would just get the alligator ice slushies because our one practice spot way back in the beginning, there was a beer store right near there that had alligator ice brand slushies, and that's just the way to go for practice drinking.
Yeah,
you get one and done, and you're on a nice little buzz level.
Okay, so you're
pretty good.
Okay, so there's like alcohol in them already, or
yeah.
Oh,
I think it's like malt liquor that they
well,
put
all right.
in.
So what it is you know, like these beer stores, they have these slushies now.
Yeah,
it's been a new thing. Well, years ago now at this point, 17. But this place just had them. You know, the alligator ice slushy machines. They had them in the alligator ice things, but those are regular slushies. Mm-hmm. They were just in those cups. So now, you know, we just called them Gator Shakes. That they had the booze in them. All they are is like a, you know, malt liquor beverage that they pour in the machine.
It's like a steel reserve
so,
that they just pour in.
So you guys were calling those Gator Shakes before deciding to call the band that.
Yeah, and then we were like, you know,
when did that light bulb hit? What was that like?
Finally, I think one day
we had gotten very
sent the
sick
message.
of thinking of names. We're just like, fuck it.
I think I sent the message. I said, let's just fucking call ourselves Gator Shakes. and then we did. Yeah, and then Jake started making a bunch of graphics, and we stole about 17 logos.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So, you know, you're coming from this place of just wanting to have fun, make music, and embracing that. Mm-hmm. Prior to Gator Shakes, did either of you two have any past experience in other bands?
I know he definitely did. I was in one studio project that put one song out.
Okay.
That was about it.
Cool.
Other than Jake, we're a lot older than Jake. I had some other bands back in the day. Nothing great. Josh and Austin were in Handsome Ransom. They did pretty good. They played around Pittsburgh a bunch. I was in a band, worst name ever, The Murder Effect. Like it was terrible. So it was all right, but
you know, your experience and, you know, being in those bands before, did that like help shape maybe wanting to have more fun with this band? Were those bands also fun bands, or were they like trying to take things a little more serious?
No, yeah. No, I think now we're just like whatever happens.
Yeah. Did you ever like notice? I mean, like, you know, I mean, Jake, since you haven't been in any other bands prior to this, maybe you can't answer this question, but maybe you can with the studio project. Like, I feel like sometimes bands that don't know how to have fun don't last very long. It's like any sort of like a normal relationship, I guess, just, you know, involving yourselves with other human beings. If you can't figure out how to have a good time, how long do you expect this to fucking last, right?
Yeah, like if you're not having fun with the group and then also regular, you know, band organization, drama, stuff that would happen, like you're just more likely to say fuck it and not really care too much. Whereas if you're with your buddies, we still have shit that, you know, there's not drama, but, you know, it's stressful being in a band sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're with your friends, then it's like, all right, it's worth it, you know.
I think that there's like this weird yin and yang that you have to walk, because, you know, whenever we first met you guys, we being Greywalker, I felt there was like a kindred spirit, because we're all a bunch of goofballs, even though our name's not that silly. We're fucking ding dongs, right?
Yeah.
And like, I appreciate that ding donginess in other bands, but I don't like bands that are nothing but ding dongs.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be that yin yang balance of like, well, I know how to take things seriously. Like, okay, like we'll show up on time. We're going to play a good set. We're going to do all that stuff tight.
Yeah.
But we're going to still have fun.
I was here on time today. Jake wasn't.
You guys are on time.
We'll put that. I didn't expect Lowry
Let's put
Street
that
to
on
be
the- let's put
closed.
that
Or
on the
not
record
Lowry,
first.
Rialto. So,
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not saying nothing.
No.
but yeah, I agree with you there. Like you said, like I think we, you know, other cases not, you know, sometimes we're not always on time, but we come in, we play a nice set, we take like the actual music itself, like none of our songs are jokey. The titles might be jokey, but like none of the lyrics, or, you know, Josh is writing all the guitar parts and stuff. Like all of that stuff's pretty standard, you know, not super jokey or nothing like that. But then, you know, the rest of us is.
Well, I think too, you know, in terms of punctuality with bands, I think there's a difference between, you know, human shit happens. Things are out of your control. And there's a difference between trying to be on time and being late and just like, well, I don't care, and showing up whenever.
Yeah.
Like all we can do
we care.
is try.
We
but
care.
sometimes shit happens, you know? So what are you going to do? In terms of your experience now, because you've been playing as Gator Shakes since 2017, 18.
I think our
played
first
a
show was
in
18.
17.
Okay.
First real one.
Oh yeah, it was a house show or something.
Not counting our
I think our
practice
first
space.
real show was 18, but I mean, about 3 years now. So.
Yes, I think the first time I saw you guys was at Deutschtown, playing in that like
Yes.
that
In
in
the
the kebab parking lot.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. And
I had cut off shorts.
you know, what was your experience like? Because you probably weren't playing shows very long before then, because that
think
would
it
have
was
been
like
Deutschtown 2018. So, you know, what has the past couple years? Well, I guess this is such a fucked up question because of COVID, but you know, leading up to, you know, what was your 2019 like as a band?
I mean,
It was
honestly,
fun.
It's funny you bring that show up, because that's when we decided we were gonna have fun and be like a real band. You know, like before then we were just fucking around, but that was the show that really we decided we were gonna fucking go. Like we played the night before in Butler, and we played that morning, and then we were like, you know, these were pretty all right. Like, and then we were like, okay, we're gonna take this seriously, and then we went from there. I don't think we had merch at that time or anything.
Nah.
We started putting
We
money
had
in
one.
the merch.
I think we had one.
One shirt. One shirt we heat pressed. Yeah, you know, real DIY.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously COVID kind of fucked our year up this
Yeah,
one.
that was
but
bad.
you know, leading up to that, it was a pretty cool trajectory. Like, you know, we're not getting signed or nothing, but we were starting to book our own shows rather than having people come to us to be openers and stuff, which we're happy to open all the time. But it was cool to be able to like start setting up our own stuff and kind of like getting even more into like DIY-ish type.
Yeah, no, I think that is the move. Like bands that spend their entire time relying on other people to do shit, it's fucking impossible.
No.
Kind of gotta
We got a guy
grab the gator by the tail. You know what I'm saying?
grab by his eye.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. We were getting emails from this one guy to play the moose every week, but you don't want to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So no, we started having to do our own shit, and it's worked out a little bit. I guess.
It was cool to be able to like, that was the way that we made friends and started like building, not networking because we're friends with these people, but like band friends and stuff. Cause we had a much better time being able to pick the bands or at least reach out on our own rather than some promoter just seeing like, oh, this band can sell a bunch of tickets. Oh, this one too. And like kind of mashing them in.
It's so funny on a local scale when like promoters hit us up to do a local show. And I don't try to, I don't want this to sound like egotistical, but it's kind of like what can you do that we can't do?
Yeah.
It's kind of a kick in the balls.
It's
dude.
a weird thing, you know what I mean?
is.
Like,
It really is.
hey, like, I rented out the Moose. So you want to, sell these tickets and whatever. It's like, we could just rent out the Moose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not against working with promoters, but it's like, let's figure out a more productive way for us to do this.
Yeah.
In terms of Julie and Jerry, Twist of Fate.
Oh, those guys are dope.
Yeah,
Love those guys,
they do a really, really cool job in terms of not browbeating people into like, oh, play our fucking super cool show.
No,
It's like,
they're cool, dude.
yeah.
Those guys are
So there's like a cool way to do it and like really awkward, weird ways to do it.
Yeah. The worst is whenever it's the kind of show where the promoter doesn't even show up. We did a couple of those.
Yeah.
Like that kind of,
those are our first couple three, 4 shows. I think
Start
we're like
looking into doing it ourselves, or like when the other bands like touring or something, they just manage to set it up themselves. It's a lot easier that way.
Yeah. There's a lot of I don't know. I feel like most of the time if I get an email from somebody I don't know asking me to play a show in my own city, I'm kind of like, just, I don't know. I understand the hustle.
before we never vetted them,
Yeah.
Now we look into it. We're like, all right. Like someone asked us, like, "Well, play a show." We're like, "Oh, we're in." And then now we're like, all right, who is this
Got to
person?
at least look into it a little bit.
Who is this person? Why do they want us to play this show?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest question, right? Is like,
Yeah.
why do they want us to play the show, and also like why do we want to play the show? Because I think being a band that maybe isn't getting to play as much as you want to take any opportunity that you can.
Yeah,
for
But
sure.
it sucks to fucking lug all your gear across town on a weeknight to play for like your friends and significant others that don't want to be there.
I can't wait to do it again.
I would take that in a heartbeat.
Same. I'll do one. I'll take one.
I've been sitting in my basement for the last year staring at my stack like I can't wait to carry that up
Yeah.
the moose steps.
Yeah, it'll be fun, but after like the honeymoon phase part 2 wears off.
I've been one, 2 shows. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
So what is the Gator plan for 2022?
Even 2021, it's looking like if we can get some sort of outdoor stuff, that would be super awesome.
That's where we want to start at least.
Take whatever. I mean, I say whatever we can with big quotes around it because we're not going to,
We have no
go
idea.
like 2 hours away to play for 6 people. But
Yeah.
we would go 20 minutes away to play for 6 people.
We drove 2.5 hours to play for nobody.
Yeah, that was a really fun show though.
Where was that at?
The
Du Bois.
Okay.
yeah, Snake Pit.
Yeah,
was a good one.
there was not one person that came. We played for every other band. That's it.
Nice.
Made some good band friends out of it.
Oh, we had a blast.
Yeah.
I'd say for the 2022, probably, hopefully shows are back by then. We're getting decent quality ones and just putting out more music.
Yeah.
Austin managed to learn and get all the equipment and stuff necessary to just do everything ourselves, which is really nice.
So the stuff that you recently released, was that self-produced?
Yeah.
The EP that we did, everything we did ourselves. The 2 singles we went to Matt Very Tight.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Case and Liquor were both very tight.
Yeah.
The whole Well Hell album, that was all Austin did all that.
Yeah.
That was our first really our own time that we could spend time in the album and do different shit. That's why we have like Josh does a lot more vocals now on that whole album. So we like had time, like it very tight. Obviously, you're in a real studio. We loved our experience there, but it's like we tried to bust out 2 songs in one setting, so that was our fault. We tried to be like, oh, we could do it. Like,
it's a real humbling experience.
Yeah, we ran right up to the end of the clock on that one.
And, I mean, it came down to me, and I was fucking the bass up, and I was like, "Fuck, Jake still got to do vocals," and it was really fucking me up. And then I was like, and then we had to put Jake in a really hot room, and he did all his vocals in one go, and fuck, I don't know. We liked the Austin's house was pretty chill for us.
Yeah, we got to space the timing out a lot more, and that just leads to digging a little bit deeper, seeing what post-production we can do, like getting Josh on backup and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the one thing that's super interesting about being a DIY band of adults that have like jobs and normal lives outside of the band, like you're not able to commit to like rehearsing every fucking day for 6 hours. So like you don't really get the time to like get these songs ironed out in a way that a professional band does.
Yeah.
So like when you're in the studio, but like you also like want to get stuff recorded. So it's so common for bands to go into the studio way before they're really ready to. But if you have that opportunity to self-produce, then you actually get to take that time with everything.
It was a cool day too. Like we just kind of kicked it, smoked some ribs. we had a day, man. It was pretty cool. I mean, we really were just chilling the whole day. So it was awesome. And if I fucked something up, somebody said, "Hey, fix that." If we heard something wrong with anything else, we were able to go back and be like, "Oh, let's listen to that again."
Yeah,
we had the time to do that.
Yeah, it's like art is a weird thing, and thinking about music as art. Like if you're a painter, right? It's not like you're painting on somebody else's canvas, and after a certain amount of time passes, they take the canvas away, and they're like, "Your painting's done now," right? But that's like what going to a studio is like.
It really is.
So
it really is. It was like 5:00. Done.
Yeah.
Like
so it's like you got to get your own canvas so you can just paint on your own time.
I think we were like, oh, it's gonna take a couple hours, and it like was all day.
Oh yeah.
We just hung out, man. It was a good time. But that's what being a band is. Gotta have a good time. I think that's why back to your thing earlier, that's why we're still a band. Just we're boys. We're all really good friends, man.
Yeah.
I met this guy on Craigslist. Love him.
For the band? Okay, cool.
That's a whole nother story.
Let's dig into that.
That's how I found the band that I did before. I love Craigslist. Like I just scroll through it all day just to like pass time. And so I'll look in the musician stuff, and like that's how I got that studio project before. And I came across this one, and what was it like? Metal band looking for
a singer, dude. So we had it. We like our band is all friends. We knew each other. Like Jake's from Pittsburgh. We're all from the South Hills, a little bit further from the South Hills, Canonsburg. But we had a singer. Kid was a piece of shit, dude. Like he'd show up to practice.
He's gonna listen to this.
He'd show up to practice. Well, fuck him. Hey, Nate, fuck you. He showed up to practice. He had no lyrics or nothing, dude. He wouldn't do shit. Like he did nothing. Like he wrote "woo" on a notebook for like a part of our song. Like that's what he did. But so we finally were.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, dude, it was horrible. So we said, whatever, get out of here. Then I was like, our last ditch effort. We didn't know anybody else. So I was like, I'm gonna make a fucking Craigslist ad. I did it. Found Jake, and he's like my best friend now. So like, I don't know how Craigslist is for friends, I guess.
I've been in bands that have found members through Craigslist. I've seen a ton of bands that have found members through Craigslist. It works.
Yeah, dude. I didn't have high hopes.
Obviously, look at this guy.
The Metal Tyler Childers over here. I love the kid. Dude, I don't know. He is a little bit younger than us, but whatever. He fucking fits. He's the meanest guy in the band.
The energy.
Yeah.
I keep them on their toes. If it wasn't for me, they'd all just be like standing there getting
Kid keeps me young. He keeps me young.
Yeah. So, Jake, you mentioned before having like another studio project that you did. Was that also like a metal sort of thing? Yeah,
it was closer to like deathcore sort of. It wasn't deathcore, but it was somewhere in the realm of between that and hardcore. It was very strange. It was called Knife Fight.
Okay.
And it's probably still on YouTube somewhere.
Were the other people in that project local?
Yeah, they were. I forget. There was one kid. I forget his name, which I feel bad about. The other guy, Will. He's still in Pittsburgh. He's doing local music stuff all the time.
Oh, that
Cool.
was the guy that was in
Will
that.
Grizzly.
Yeah, I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah.
I always wondered. I always wondered. All right.
We actually went to Brad Bernazzi from Arcane Haven to do the single.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So was that your
Yeah.
first time like doing vocals? Like,
For a project, yeah, I had been, practicing just on my own in my bedroom and car for like a couple of years before that, but
nice.
first actual.
So I imagine when you're driving your car and practicing vocals, you don't have the same energy that you do on stage. Otherwise,
No.
that would be
Really dangerous.
a really
That's
a problem.
It's also not good to practice like that in your car, primarily because your body is in such a different shape. Like, it's entirely different.
So, what was it like for you then? Because if you never played a show with this Knife Fight project, did you ever like rehearse in a practice space with that project, or was it all like
We didn't even have a drummer. It was just like programmed drums,
okay.
only guitar, and yeah.
So like the first time you're in a room with other musicians and a live drummer and things like that is like, I imagine the first time you go to a Gator Shakes practice, right?
Yeah.
So what was that release of energy like? Were you excited? Were you tense? Were you nervous?
I was super nervous.
He showed up. We sent him a cell phone recording of a song. Like, it wasn't even nothing great, right? And we sent him that, and we had this other guy practice before Jake. He was in a couple other bands. I can't remember the names of them, but they were like touring. He came in. I actually voted against Jake, but I told you he's my best friend now. But Jake came in, and Jake was so prepared. Jake came in with a cell phone recording. Jake came in with real lyrics. Jake came in with energy, and I didn't vote against him for that. It was just more, I just wanted that guy's fucking steez, I guess.
Sure.
But yeah, no, Jake. I'm glad we picked Jake, and
I'm glad you picked Jake too, because like people with resumes always rub me the wrong way.
Yeah,
because it's like, I know that I'm not shit.
Yeah.
So why are you hanging out with me if you've done all of this cool stuff, right?
No,
like
this kid showed up like he's like, well, I toured here and here, and like we sent him the recordings. He just showed up like blah, blah, blah. Like no lyrics or nothing. Like he actually had shit like cadence out. Like
yeah,
it was dope. Jake did a good job. So I should have voted him originally. The vote was all Jake anyway. I think I was the only one that voted against him. So it really, it's really coming out now. It was just to be a dick. Anyway. I play bass. Vote me out, dude.
So, you guys now are self-producing. You're all friends. Things are going good with Gator Shakes.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Besides COVID, but
Is there anything that you've learned over the past few years of being a band? Any advice that you might give to anyone else, whether they're a new band or a band that's been doing it for a while? Anything that you've learned that you feel is helpful?
I don't know. You go
I guess probably for new bands, it's going to be get to know the venue people. Even if like you're going to be a band that's brand new, you're not going to be opening the shows. Like go to the shows, talk to the people, and try to get in with other bands and like have them set stuff up with you almost. Because we did those shows where, it's a mixed genre show. You have to sell 25 tickets. You're not making any money, and it's fine. But if you do those shows, treat those ones like practice and actually, like have fun with the shows that get set up with other locals.
Right.
Kind of. I don't know if that made too much sense, but like the pay to play ones are fine, but don't only do those for sure.
Yeah, I think that's really solid advice. And I liked your suggestion of getting to know not only the people at the bands, but the people at the venues.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like you want to, like, I like playing a show and being like, before I even go, knowing like, oh, one of two people is going to be running sound. And I know who those people are that are running sound, and like talking to those people, being cool with those people, being cool with the light techs, being cool with the bartenders, because it's going to, I think that those people appreciate when you acknowledge them, because so many people take them for granted.
Oh, for sure.
And like, you know, there's been countless shows that we've played where like we sound significantly better than the other bands, and it's probably only because the sound tech is like, oh, I'm friends with these guys, and I'll actually give a shit about mixing.
Yeah, I care now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. Like when we did our album release show at Cativo, and I can't think of the guy's name. It makes me feel like an asshole. But the guy that runs the show, the sound there, awesome guy, you know. And at the end of our show, you know, that was probably the first time that we really made a shit ton of money. Like we had a bunch of people come in, and I was like, we're tipping out the bartenders, we're tipping out the sound guy, we're paying every band $100. Like I couldn't believe. I think we did pay him $100 every band.
Yeah.
Like, it was wild. I don't know how that happened, but it was the best time ever. But
Yeah, and
that
then every
guy,
time we would come back to Cativo,
Cativo
that's
was awesome.
And, you
Yeah,
know, like,
yeah.
like you said, like it's just gonna sound better. Also, like probably yes, he did like us. Hopefully, he liked us. But then he's also familiar with the band already.
He was
like,
cool
he
as
kind of
shit
knows
with
what
us,
it sounds like and how
Yeah.
that's gonna work.
Well, because the second time we came back for that Christmas show, like he had us.
Yeah.
He's like, "You guys want the green lights?" Like, yeah, we do.
I think that there's, you know, you also touched on something that's interesting that a lot of people talk about, and it's like, oh, there's no money in local music.
There is. There's tons.
There's totally
There's tons.
tons if
There's
you're
tons.
not a fucking ding dong, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, our last show before COVID, we sold $350 of t-shirts.
yeah.
You know, like I thought that was insane that we were able to do that. And then that was like, I thought we were going to start doing that like once a week.
Yeah.
And then
You invested in all this merch. And
fast forward, we haven't fucking played in 13 months or something, 12 or 14. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's been a long time.
I think that it's very, very easy to assume that you can't make money as a band.
No, you can't.
But I
You
think
definitely
that
can't.
if you have something that people give a shit about,
Yeah.
you can make money. There's a lot of people that have, a lot of people are ready to spend money that they have and money that they don't have. People, you know what I mean?
People want to support your band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got friends that come through that want to support you, you know, so $20 in a tip jar, that happens, you know?
I think part of the not making money as a band attitude is based on, you know, Spotify and internet and streaming and all that stuff. Whereas, like, there's money if you put on a good event. Like,
Absolutely.
Not even just put on a good show, like, have a good venue.
Yep.
Make sure, like, you can't really control the bartenders and stuff, but, like, have it be a welcoming event, and then people are going to spend their money.
Yeah. I talk about that all the time with like creating a welcoming environment for the people that are coming to the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know, so much energy is put on like, oh, we want to make sure that everything's good for us as a band. But
Yeah.
it's like, well, what about everybody that's coming
Yeah.
out to the fucking show?
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, if you guys are doing stuff that people are into and you're putting good energy around it, people are happy to come out. And if you book the shows yourselves, you can make some money as a fucking band.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we realized. Like,
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, it's not like, sure, we know we all still have jobs and things like that,
Yeah.
but it's also like, well, if the band wants to get new merch made or get, you know, some whatever done,
Yeah.
like we have it in the cash box.
That's how it happens. You know, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we give Drusky? $280.
Of
They
tickets.
they give us $22 back, like as a band, and then we're like, what? Why don't we just buy the venue then? Like, we'll do it ourselves. Like, we don't need them.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people, especially in our demographic, because like there is no huge local metal scene. Really, there's a
Not
lot
at
of
all.
people that like heavy metal, like, you know, fucking,
There's no scene.
but you know, so it's like a lot of the time as bands, I think that we want to open up for other bands because it's like an opportunity to play in front of new people.
Definitely,
But
definitely.
how many new people really is it? And is it worth the effort? I guess
Well, that
sometimes
show,
it is.
A lot of the people
sometimes
that are
it
going
isn't.
to big touring bands aren't going to be
That
watching
show,
the opener.
not one. There was barricades. There was not one person. There was not one person in front of us. Everybody was at the bar, a football field away. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking weird. And I think it's just one of those things where like you have to know. I mean, it's impossible to know if it's going to work or not, but you have to talk with the band and like, why are we doing this? Is this really a good idea?
Yeah.
That was the only show I felt like an asshole on stage. Like, like there was barricades and there was not one person there. Like, oh no, what's this? Is that Mike from Arcane Haven? He stood at the barricade. That was it. Yeah,
Fuck,
that was
man.
it. Yeah. But no, that was bad. But we agreed to do another one with them. They got postponed twice. Supposed to be next year. Oakley Dokley steak sauce mustache.
Like, I'd play there again, but it's the thing, like, we, at that point, I don't think we had that mindset of, even if we don't play for anybody, just treat it like a practice then.
Oh,
you know,
that's what we do. Yeah,
like, you know,
definitely.
it's a bummer for sure, but, you know, give it your all.
We're still jamming with the boys.
Experiment at those ones, because if nobody's, you know, really watching you, then it doesn't matter. You can try something new.
There's always the opportunity too to just like, I mean, if regardless, it's like, you know, you're in this room and you're going to be louder than whatever conversation they're having.
Yeah.
You just, so like, it's impossible for them to completely tune you out unless like you're boring.
Yeah.
But if you fucking go for it, and I know, you know, a ding dong like you could fucking, you know, start climbing on people's shoulders and yelling at them.
I think that was one of the shows I probably moshed my own band.
Yeah.
I definitely hit Josh and knocked him over, I think.
I've been there for that, obviously.
So it's like, you know, you gotta try to make people give a shit, but also it's hard too, because sometimes it's almost easier, at least I've found with like Greywalker, for us to be like the only metal band on a show sometimes than to be on a show with like 5 metal bands, because a lot of metal bands or a lot of metal fans can be really picky about the niche of metal that they like.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, this is all loud guitar-y, yelly music. Sometimes like if you're opening up for this band, it's just like, you're like one step away from that genre. It's like nobody gives a shit.
Don't care.
There is a lot of little subgenres there.
We found we haven't found our niche as far as genre goes, but like the kind of shows that we do with all the like stoner and doom bands. Like we have the most fun at those shows, and those fans just connect. Maybe, you know, whether or not they actually like the music for itself, like those are our friends now that like we hang out with pretty frequently.
I think our best friends are Jake the Hawk.
Yeah.
Actually, scratch that. We hate them.
Yeah, we still have a lot of beef.
Yeah, a lot of beef.
Like, despite there being such a difference in the music, that's the kind of connection that we've made, and I love doing the mixed genre stuff now.
Yeah,
I think it's a lot more fun.
Actually, one of the most fun so on Han Drive had to back out of. We played with you guys, Jake the Hawk.
Oh yeah, Black Forge.
Black Forge. That was another like one of my favorite shows we played. I liked that a lot.
I think every band was like definitely a step away from each other as far as metal went.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. I love doing events like that. Also, just like I've stopped caring so much about like, oh, like, does this band sound like us? Is this band even good?
Yeah.
I don't care. Are they cool?
Yeah.
Tight. Bring them on.
That's what I care about more too.
Yeah.
Are they cool? Are they going to be cool with us? You know, we've got big time by a couple bands. I'm not going to name them, but I don't.
It's always a bummer.
Yeah, I don't like it, man. It's like, oh, you're that much better than us. But, you know, whatever. We have a good time. We like to have a good time, and that's when we met. We knew Greywalker. We wanted to be friends with you guys, and we love playing with you guys. Not you guys never big timed us. Other bands did.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but
fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
That's one of those things. Like if a band's gonna do that sort of thing, then they're probably not gonna get super far. Or if they do get super far, they're spending money on.
They're still getting super far. They're further than us. They're signed.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they're not having as much fun.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think us and you guys, like that show we did, us and you guys at the that VFW, was it
Oh yeah.
with
a virtue.
Yep. That was one of the best shows we've ever, like, most fun I've ever had, you know. That one, countless other Greywalker shows we've done. Love it, dude.
Yeah, I think
good times with you guys.
You know, it's really easy to, like, I don't know, as a band to be very, very selfish. And I think I understand that mentality of just because, like, you think that it's some sort of a competition and you can't be cool with other people and you can't let other people get the opportunities that you want.
Sure.
And it's like, I don't know. I've like escaped any sort of disillusion of like, I'm in my fucking 30s and this shit hasn't happened yet.
Same here.
So fuck it. Like the only thing that I can do is like have fun with my friends and go out of town every once in a while and try to have fun with strangers.
That's all we do. Yeah.
And just keep myself happy because like, it's funny. Like I know bands that are like pretty big bands, but if they're not touring, it's like they have nothing going on.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no life, there's no friendships, there's no. And it's like, okay, well, what's the bigger picture here for me? It's try to focus so much, not focus so much on like, like this grand life of excess and fame and fortune playing melodic death metal. Try to like enjoy the limited time that I have on this earth, being around cool people and playing shows to whoever wants to listen to it. Do I want more people to come out to shows and they come out to your shows and shows? Sure. But you can't fucking control that.
Yeah.
No.
I know that like one thing that makes people want to be a part of something though is if it looks fun and people are having fun and talking about it being a good time.
Absolutely.
Not like, oh, I went to this show and watched this miserable band and everybody there was fucking miserable. Like that's not a way to
stood there.
Yeah, it's not a way to fucking cultivate a community, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like, like with Grey Walker, I feel like we were able to do a lot of really cool stuff. And I don't feel like we're that good of a band. So I feel like there's probably bands out there that are like way better. If they could just get the whole being cool thing down, they would like fucking dominate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It depends on where the scene is too. Like we were talking that there isn't a huge, metal scene, but I kind of disagree there. But like it's just very spread out, and I think the scene that there is pretty solid.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah,
it's
out our way, like where we practice, Canonsburg, Washington area. There's nothing out there. There's a nice venue out there. We were actually now we're here. We were actually thinking about asking you guys to come out play there, but it's in Washington, like 19 North. We could probably play with like Raina Z or something because our drummers in both bands.
Yeah.
Our Raina Z, but it's not a great venue. Great venue out there. Not great. You don't have a great scene, right? Like we used to have it out there. Not anymore, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people we can get to a metal show out there.
I feel like, talking about the Pittsburgh metal scene, it's really interesting because I feel like it's a healthy community, but as long as Grey Walker's been a band, I don't know how many new people have really come into the scene versus people that have like
True.
So much of it is people that have like already been here or been in bands for the past decade. And like it's very rare that like you see like new faces. Like you'll see new bands, but like new people that are just happy to come out to shows. We've been playing, when we play a show in Pittsburgh, it's like, oh, I can guess, most of the people that are gonna be there.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I like the reliability of it, but it doesn't grow. It's like weird. It's just like this it is this thing.
It never no new people. Like
And I don't know what that is. Is it just
I don't
just
know how to grow it either.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that it's interesting once you're getting into like, your later 20s, early 30s, and youth always drives the culture of music and heavy metal and stuff like that. And like the kind of shit that we like isn't like necessarily what's happening with the youngsters.
No. I think that's probably it. Yeah.
So it's interesting because it's like, well, we're still going to go to shows because we're in bands. And it's like my other friends that are in their early 30s. It's like, if they're not in a band, can I really expect them to want to spend their fucking night off to fucking come see it? Maybe every once in a while they will, but like, so that I think that's why it's like, well, they'll make time. Oh, like Mastodon's in town. I'll make time for that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But Gator Shakes are playing. Whatever. I'll catch them next time.
We don't give a shit.
There'll be a next time.
They'll play again 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Same venue.
So, Jake, it's been alluded to that you're a little bit younger than the rest of the guys.
A lot.
But, musically, your tastes seem to be pretty on par with, most of the people that are in your peer group.
Yeah.
So being like a younger metalhead that is into like older bands, what was your like discovery of heavy metal like, and why don't you like the cool hip kid music?
I do like the cool hip kid music. I try and put
You
as
know
much
what?
of it
Honestly,
into our
he
band
does,
as I
he
can.
does.
Honestly, dude, I don't. You're the type of motherfucker that like. What don't you like?
Very little.
Oh, yeah.
Like honestly, there's not much that I don't enjoy listening to. Maybe like real like stadium country.
Okay.
Even some pop country I get down to, like Chattanooga. We're big country guys.
I'm telling you, this is my best friend, dude. We have a blast.
But yeah, like obviously, I think everybody knows at this point we're basically an Every Time I Die cover band that doesn't play Every Time I Die
now
songs.
we're the Blood cover band.
Yeah, now we're the Blood cover.
Yeah,
But yeah, like
yeah.
what got me into heavy music was seeing an ad by Defeater on Tumblr, I think it was, or something very similar. And I was like, wow, I was always into like punk type stuff because that's what my parents kind of raised me on. And Defeater kind of, bled into that. Then I got slowly into like more hardcore stuff, like a lot of post-hardcore at that point, and just kind of snowballed from there. Obviously, Every Time I Die kind of blends in just about everything. So
Yeah.
That was the email, I think.
yeah, like whenever I auditioned for them, it was if you like the Bled, Every Time I Die.
I said if you want to tone it down a little
somebody
bit.
else.
I said if you want to tone it down a little bit, we can be in a band. he was like a deathcore guy, man. He was like,
Sure.
We need more yelly, screamy shit than.
It's
that
interesting.
beat.
Like, maybe it's just like my assumption, like the assumptions that you put on somebody, like a first impression. Like, I would never imagine you being somebody that was like trying to be in a band like that or doing those kind of vocals.
Yeah.
It just seems so like you're so much more of that like natural, like Greg from Dillinger Escape Plan, kind of just like mid-range yelling, not so much like trying to sound like tough or trying to sound like a demon, like just angry.
Yeah.
Just mid-range angry.
I'm glad that I got that deathcore experience, or like that vocal wise. I'm glad I got that because it's like training. Like if I can I don't know if I could even do that super well anymore, but like it helped me learn how to then just do the mid-range stuff. Like if I could do crazy low, crazy high, mid-range, that's right in the sweet spot.
Yeah, I think that there's an interesting thing, as a vocalist, like whenever you were figuring out like what your voice was going to be for Gator Shakes, right? Did you have a moment like without being told, like, hey, maybe tone it down a bit, where you're like, something doesn't sound right about trying to do this kind of a vocal with this kind of a music?
Definitely. Yeah, like
I tell him all the
it
time
just
in liquor,
wouldn't work.
but he did
Yeah,
it.
It's almost like, if the guitars aren't like detuned like crazy, why should you detune your voice?
We play in drop D, man.
They get mad at me because I put pig squeals in the one song, and you know what? It's my one little bit.
We let him have it. We let him have it. He's got to have his thing, whatever. We don't really care that much.
But yeah, like I definitely had to adjust. And like part of adjusting was just listening to all the bands that they listed. Not that I didn't beforehand, but I definitely hadn't listened to the Bled before you.
No, you didn't. No, we introduced you to them.
And like after listening to that, I'm like, oh, I kind of see what they're going for. Let me see if this is going to work, or at least, make my voice not sound like him, but do the same, like achieve the same effect.
Right.
So, Chris, the guy that you wanted in the band that's not Jake.
Yeah.
What kind of bands was he in? Do you remember? Was he like?
I'm trying to think of the names. He was in like some good ones around here.
But like, what styles of music?
It was like kind of the same shit.
Yeah.
He was heavier. I was the one that sent the email and said tone it down. That was me. I mean, I made the post, so
Yeah.
But no, like he was more like like every time he was more like I wouldn't say Keith Buckley guy, but kind of just regular guy.
But I mean, I guess that makes sense if you wrote "woo" on a piece of paper.
Well, no, that was a different guy. Our guy, he was.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting confused. Yeah, you're right.
Our original real singer.
The other guy just came and made
the
noises.
Craigslist ad brought two guys back.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, no, our original guy, Nate, fuck you, Nate. He was just not very good, dude. He was like, oh, can't come to practice, like just an asshole, dude. but he was like real, actually more pig squealing and shit. No, don't tell Jake. He did that shit. He sang pretty well. He was the singer of Handsome Ransom with Josh and Austin. If you could go back and I don't even know if they have shit out, but they were all right. Jake's a better fit. Kid sucked. Fuck him. I don't know. I'm obviously I don't hold grudges, but yeah, I do. Don't like the kid.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, outside of the band, like making music, playing shows, when you're hanging out, how do the Gator boys like to max and relax?
Oh Jesus, we have a good time.
You're
We
looking at it.
a couple stones, smoke some ribs, have a good time. There's always a grill. There's always some beers.
Usually a fire.
Nick's fucking around on drums every time we try to talk.
As soon as the conversation starts. How's this snare sound?
That's about it. That's a good day there.
Yeah. Go to Deep Creek. Get on boats.
Yep. Well, yeah. We got on a big pontoon boat. We called it Piss Boat. That's how that song happened. No. Just maxing out. Like all the boys, beers and boats.
Yep. That's about it.
Outside of the band, do either of you have any hobbies that you like to participate in?
Golf.
Yeah, he
All
just
right.
started golf.
I'm a golf guy now. I love it.
I get like 3 golf snaps a day, and there's nothing I
Got my first birdie yesterday. Circle that motherfucker. Good shot. Out of the woods. I hit one in the woods. Found it. 2 feet from the pin. Nice.
So you had a bad shot. And then
Horrible
fixed it.
shot. Horrible shot. Best shot. That's a horrible shot. Best shot. Putt. Win.
That's solid.
Yep.
That's kind of like being in a band.
Kinda. I take my golf serious though. I don't take my bass serious at all. I actually made the joke before I came here. I said, I'm the only guy in the band that doesn't get a microphone, but why am I giving one today? Like, why do I get one today?
Because you're
Because of this excellent commentary.
because you're
Talking about
BFFs, right?
I'm pretty goddamn good at golf now.
One birdie, he's like Tiger Woods, suck my
I'm
dick.
terrible, dude. I'm terrible.
He's getting that jacket.
Oh, I think I did 46 over last time I went, but whatever, dude. That's on 18, guys. That's on all 18.
So I don't know much about golf personally. I enjoy watching golf. I think it's very relaxing.
Yeah.
And I love putt-putt. I am very competitive
I love
at putt-putt.
Oh, then we have
So
to have
we-
a Gator Chase Gray Walker putt-putt off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the other boys.
Oh.
But, we can,
We can do a me on you one-on-one.
hey, whatever. We'll get everybody that we can together.
That's fine.
And we'll do it. I'm at the point now where like I would almost rather play putt-putt with you guys and go get fucked up than play a show.
Oh, dude.
Like, I love you guys.
Yeah, we made.
And we could play a show sometime. Like, that would be tight.
We've made it there.
But let's just hang out.
I'd actually rather do that too.
That sounds
well. I had the best time with you guys when you had the chili cook-off at
Oh, yeah.
Colt's house.
Yeah.
And that was dope.
Yeah, it's like it's this weird thing, and like sometimes I talk to people in bands about this, and like I don't know. I guess I can understand why people don't relate with it, and we've talked about it a bit before, but with like playing shows locally all the time, it's like I would really just rather sometimes just to like hang out with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
sure.
why are we playing the show? Oh, because it would be cool to see everybody in like Gator Shakes and Jake the Hawk and stuff, and it's like, do we need to load up all of our cars and drive 20 minutes across town to do that? Or can we all just meet somewhere?
We can do that on a regular night.
It's like,
what we
how
did
about
the,
instead of like packing up the drums, let's just pack up the coolers and
Oh,
just
yeah,
do it
for
that
sure.
way.
Yeah,
That's what we did the shotgun race for.
Oh, yeah.
It was our excuse to go and see everybody and not,
Yeah.
we couldn't play a show. So
That was
like,
our
I still
excuse
want
to
see our
promote our
friends.
album. We
Yeah.
just drank beers with our friends.
You got to combine the things you love.
Yeah, it was dope. We loved it. I loved it a lot.
That was a good time.
We met. I mean, that was the first time I've seen everybody in all those bands for how long? A year and a half,
Yeah.
almost. So yeah,
Jake, not a golfer.
Now.
What are you
he
doing?
makes fun of me.
I make fun of Chris for golfing. Actually, after this, after recording this, I'm going to the weekly D&D session.
Okay.
Yeah, got into D&D over COVID, and it's been really fun.
Nice. Cool. So more of a not a sporty boy. Jake isn't a sporty boy.
I am a sporty boy in the sense that I have to exercise or my back hurts.
He's sporty.
But besides that, not too much.
Okay. What's your exercise routine like?
Just go to the gym. Like I was a wrestler, so I just have the lifting regimen that I've just been doing since high school.
Is going to the gym and working out harder with the hair?
Yes. Yeah. I have to put it up or else it gets really sweaty.
Nice. Is this the first time that you've had long hair?
I used to have the straight up emo cut in high school.
Man, he was in the band with a shaved head.
Yeah,
at
but-
Deutschtown when you
Yeah.
Whenever I was in high school, I would grow it out up until wrestling, then shave it, and then grow it out. And I always had
This
like the
is
Bieber
long.
sweat.
No,
It is long when I
you're
look
one
at
of
it.
those motherfuckers where every time I see you, you're just hairier somehow. Like I'm pretty sure the first time I saw you guys, you didn't really have the beard. Maybe you had like
Not at all.
a beard, but
no,
not
he looked like a baby. He had no beard, nothing, and shaved head.
Yeah, my favorite.
I've
was
seen the
shaved
picture.
head,
I've seen
no
the picture.
beard.
Yeah,
It was
you're
good.
you're in the parking lot, like on your knees, and like you have nothing. And I'm like, that kid's like 15.
Yeah.
Now he looks like he's kind of old, like us. So, where's the bathroom in there?
Oh, sure. If you go through the kitchen, my friend,
Yes, sir.
make a left, and then walk towards the Anthrax poster and make a right. How often do you guys get together, like as a band, to rehearse?
We try once a week.
Once a week.
We try once a week.
Doesn't always work out.
Lately, well, so we had one of those little storage units down in Pittsburgh. What was it?
Storage Express.
Yeah, we had Store Express. We had a place there, so we went every Friday. You know, we jammed every Friday. Now we have Nick, who is he's in Reina Z, so things are a little harder for us now. But we still try to do like Tuesdays now or Friday. You know, we try to go once a week.
Do you guys still
at
have the
least.
rehearsal space?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah,
It's
not
very pricey.
anymore. But our old drummer just, you know, he had an apartment. We couldn't jam in his house. Nick has his own house, so we jam in his basement.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it saves us about $330 a month. And we have a pretty good drummer now. But no, we once a week is what we try to do. You know, if we're gonna play a show like on Saturday, we want like 2 or 3 practices that week. You know? like we practiced the other day, and our buddy came from out of town, and we probably forgot every song we played.
Yeah, we've been very focused on new stuff. Like realized very quickly, like, wow, we haven't played these songs for a really long time.
We're talking about old songs. I'm like, shit. I caught myself there like, don't know. I had no idea what to play.
Open.
When in doubt with bass, open. I don't know, man. Yeah, I forgot a lot, so we'll figure it out.
No, how often do you rehearse on your own at all? Almost got a spit take.
Never. I never. No, honestly, I think the pandemic really fucked me, dude. Like, I did care a lot before. I don't care at all anymore. I almost didn't come here today because of playoff hockey. But no, I play at home, man. I do. Like during when we're playing shows,
You'll do guitar
play,
at home.
I play guitar.
bass.
Yeah, I don't play bass very much.
It's still
You can't play bass by yourself a lot unless you're good at it, which I'm not. So I just play a little bit of guitar here and there,
So
bar chords and power chords.
when you were like getting started playing an instrument, do you feel like you cared more when you were younger? Or did you just want to be in a band?
No, absolutely. I cared a lot more when I was younger. I think I'm just old. And I just don't give a shit about anything anymore.
Okay, besides golf.
Well, besides golf, I'm fucking nice at golf now, which I'm not, but I'm getting there. No, bass. I actually wanted to play bass as a kid first because I was like, everybody plays guitar. Fuck them. I'm gonna play bass.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I just played bass like a guitar the whole time, and That's what I do now. Like, I don't play like funky bass lines. I just play what Josh plays.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a poser.
Well,
It's an excuse to drink beer and hang out. Yeah.
yeah. No, I think, getting older and continuing to be in bands, it's an interesting thing for some people because your interests change. And if the band hasn't been able to I don't want to say be successful, because successful is a very subjective term, but if it becomes predictable,
Right.
it's really easy to lose interest in something that when you know what's going to happen, you kind of already know what every show is going to be like, and you know how many people are going to give a shit if you release something new, and blah blah blah. And
well, that's how the Dale Earnhardt thing happened. We quit giving a shit. We were like, we're a joke. Here's a joke cover.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should take ourselves a little bit more serious sometimes.
I mean, it's
We have
hard.
a serious album next. The next one's going to be mostly
The next one's going to be a real album cover.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a guy walking an alligator. It's not going to be.
No memes in this one.
No, I got a guy he said he'll do the album covers.
I've been working on one.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
I think that
Information.
it's you gotta I don't know. I think that as a band, if things start to get a little predictable, then you just gotta find new ways to challenge yourselves as a band and find new opportunities and things to do.
I think that's what actually made us what we really do is, I don't know, we maybe started a little bit serious, and then it was nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Now we're just just a bunch of dickheads, but we still have fun. I don't know. We do need to take things a little bit serious, but we'll figure it out. I guess. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't plan on it.
I was hoping he would say yes, Chris.
No way. I mean, well, we'll write more songs and
Our shit's serious. We're our antics aren't. What I think about is Blink-182 Urethra Chronicles. Remember them?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay, so they have 2 DVDs. Blink-182, the Urethra Chronicles 1 and 2, and it's just them just being dickheads for an hour. I loved it. So maybe that's where our shit is kind of fuck up, our videos are stupid or this and that. The Urethra Chronicles, dude.
Yeah, but they
have a video of them just going to a theme park and just being assholes.
But they're able to pay people to do all the important stuff for them.
They're very rich.
Yeah.
They were much more popular than us.
Yeah.
A lot more people care about what they do, but maybe I think I'm there. Maybe I think I'm Mark Hoppus. I don't know. Just kidding. I'm not even that good.
I feel like you could probably play more complex stuff than that.
No, he's a much better bassist than me. For sure. For sure, dude. 3/3 open 2. He's much better than me. I don't play those. I can't play that.
Well, boys, it's been real.
Yeah.
It has.
Keep an eye out
been great.
for Gator Shakes shows, maybe sometime soon.
Yeah.
Music is available on
hope.
the internet.
Yep.
Every streaming platform.
Everywhere. Go to gatorshakes.com. It's all compiled into there.
Yes.
It's a fake site. And it goes to meatspin.com.
Well, that's just going to make more people go.
Go to meatspin.com.
if you want to follow Gator Shakes on Spotify, just make sure that you unfollow Jake the Hawk first.
Absolutely. If you're gonna follow
We have
us,
an alert set up.
Yeah.
We don't want this fan
Yeah.
if they're fans of them.
yeah, Jake the Hawk is the worst band.
Yeah,
I've ever
if I
heard.
could close with anything, it's
Yeah.
get fucked, Jake the Hawk.
Yeah. I play bass better than that motherfucker. He's very good. he's very good. I can't end on that.
Cam doesn't have any boot game.
No, his boots are whack. Look at Jake.
Yeah, look at my boots.
Pop them boots on camera. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, Cam.
Cam sold me these.
This
boots.
shirt this shirt should say Jake the Hawk is a jagoff.
You should just make shirts that say that.
I thought about it.
That'd be really good.
That should be our next merch.
There we go. All right.
All right. We'll
A
give
new
you a
merchandise
percentage.
Yeah. And you can only sell them at shows that you play with Jake the Hawk.
No, you can't buy them. No, you can't.
Your whole gimmick. Just do short runs every time you play with a band. Just sell shirts. Grey Walker is a Jagoff. Jake the Hawk is a Jagoff. Reign of Z is a Jagoff. Get the whole collection.
I'm in.
I'm in now. That's a pretty good idea, dude.
Limited test pressing.
Oh, I'm in. That's a
Yeah. Make like 2 for each show. One of each size.
We'll speak business after this call. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do a little 5%, 10%.
No, man. You know, it's that's my donation back to the scene. Y'all keep it.
Let's build the scene.
Yeah.
Everybody's a Jagoff company. I like it. That's a good idea.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Word. Well, cheers everyone. It's been
Thank you
real.
for having us.
Thanks for coming by.
Appreciate it.
I'm not gonna do an outro. I've
You
been
got to.
No, I
I'm
haven't.
real excited about too. Never mind.
That was a
That was even better, dude.
Oh boy. Well, that's all, folks. Thanks so much for being here. One more time, Chris, Jake,
Hello.
Gator Shakes. Thank you all. I'll be back again next week with another episode. Same time, same place, same channel. You know the drill. My name is Sykes. Start the beat 2021. Woo woo! Thanks for listening. And we're done. That's a podcast. Goodbye. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.